Yeah. Right. So, yep. Right. Let's have another go on the machine here. Okay. Having all sorts of strange things with technology today. I'm going to blame you, Neil, of course. You know that, don't you?
Yep.
So what do I need to do on Zoom, and then I'll open the meeting again?
You probably need to do it while you're in Zoom right now. I'm not sure. I think so. But you need to turn off. Turn on original sound.
Okay.
Because what happens is when you're using the Zoom settings sound, as soon as say Neil gets really loud on the guitar, then it distorts everything, and then
I remember. Okay, let's go back to Messenger, and I'm going to reopen it on my laptop because see if it works this time. So Messenger. Peter, there we are, and Zoom meeting. Let's try again. Allow. Yeah, I do Zoom meetings. Aha! I do Zoom meetings all the time on this. Join this video. So I think I probably need to shut the other one down, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. Sorry about this.
That's all right.
Don't worry, it's fine. If you're watching Facebook right now, we're just having a bit of technical issues with Magpie22. They're just setting up their Zoom. If anybody's an expert, let us know. Rich, what do you think it is they're doing wrong?
I think it's the classic situation of trying to get into the settings menu on Zoom on a phone, and it's so small and it's so fiddly, and it's very different to accessing Zoom on a laptop, isn't it? So you don't get the advanced settings on the phone. So they're trying to get back on their laptop, which hopefully will work.
In the meantime, even though they
should play
can't
some
see
test
us
card
right now,
music or something.
Yeah, test card, that would be good. But Danny, you could just strum along for us for a second.
Yeah, instrumental.
Yeah, some like elevator music.
Yeah, yeah. Have you got anything? It's beautiful. Yeah.
Too good to be in an elevator. You can use that quote on the front of your next album.
There we go. I'll bang it. Yeah.
Hey, I think it's worked for him.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now I don't know if I've done the sound thing right or not. So you might want to.
Do you have original sound on?
Yeah. So in your old settings, let's have a little look. Video settings, original ratio. Where's original sound? Is it in the audio bit?
Yeah.
Audio. Test speaker. Automatically adjust microphone volume.
Go right down to the bottom. It says advanced.
Ah, yeah, got that.
And then you should have disable echo cancellation.
That's the one. Got it. And shall I leave audio alone or use stereo audio? We've got a Shure mic plugged in.
Oh yeah, use stereo.
Yeah, use the Shure mic. That sounds good.
Okay, we'll try that. So, I've disappeared. Let's put video back on. It's okay. There we are. Now.
And then in your top left, it should give you turn on, turn off original sound.
Yeah, turn on original sound.
Turn on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. That's better. Although I can hear
Neil, give us
myself
a
coming
quick
back.
blast while you're there.
Hold on, where's Neil? I just want to see what you've got. Baby boy blue, all the things that I would wish you.
We're not hearing those mics that you're in.
Wish I could. What's that?
I don't think we're hearing that mic that you're plugged into.
Okay, let's have a little look. Okay. Let's just make sure that my settings haven't gone back again. So that's about right, isn't it, for a view? Kind of.
Yeah, that's good.
Happy with
We
that?
are getting an echo now, unfortunately.
He has got an echo on his guitar.
No, it's not. It's not any reverb on that. It's my echo coming back at me.
Ah. So, any suggestions?
You could wear headphones while you're chatting to us, and then take the headphones out when you play. How about that?
I'm going to do something. I'm going to plug the mic out and back in again. Okay. Okay. What are you hearing now?
Yeah, you're fine,
Yeah, you're fine.
but I'm getting a bad
But I'm
delay
getting a bad
echo.
delay echo.
Oh, okay. So why would we be getting that then?
Because you're using a plugged-in microphone, so maybe take that mic out, and we won't use
I've
that.
just
We won't use that.
just taken it out, but hang on a second. Yeah, but I'll probably have to tell the laptop that it's not using that. So settings, system preferences, sounds. Here we go. Sounds. Built in.
Just to say hello, Daniel. Hello,
Daniel.
Jill.
Hello,
Hello,
Jill.
Tony. We'll be with you in a
Tony. We'll
second.
be with
Just
you
a
in a
few
second. Just a
technical
few
issues here.
issues.
Outputs. Inputs. Yeah, that's okay.
DC
Right, that's the
Brown, hello.
internal microphone. So are you still
Headphones
getting
will
an
solve
echo?
it all.
Will
Yeah.
solve it all. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Is that Dawn?
Is that
the
Dawn? Is that the
microphone
microphone taken out?
Yeah.
We're still getting
It
a
is.
really
Still
bad
getting a really
echo.
bad echo.
The only thing
So
to
this
do
The only thing
is,
to do
This has got to
is,
be on Zoom, you know. It's not. I don't
is
think
as
it's anything.
DC
as
Brown
DC
says,
Brown says,
if you can wear
if you can wear
headphones,
headphones,
that is the
that
only
is
thing
the
that will
only
solve
thing that will
this.
solve this.
Well, it
Thank
would
you,
work,
DC Brown.
except that we're quite away from the screen. So
So if
So
you
if you
could
could
come forward
come
when you
forward
talk
when
to
you
us,
talk to us,
and then go back when you
and
play.
when you play.
You just want headphones for talking?
Yeah.
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 okay. Right, and in the meantime, I am just going to check because there's something a bit strange about that. I don't know. We didn't have this problem last time, and it's exactly the same setup. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been
We've
having
been
lots
having
of
lots
technical
of
issues,
technical
but
issues,
headphones
always
solves
solves it.
okay, all right. I'll go and find a pair.
Hello, Amy. Oh, Tony. Hello. Massive
Massive
from Pete. Yes. Richard. Yeah, Richard.
Yeah,
what about
Richard,
you?
what about you?
You say something.
You say something.
Sorry, say again?
Yeah,
You've got an echo too.
Yeah, I can't hear full sentences because I can hear the second bit. Oh, that's better. It's gone.
Yeah,
Hey.
I've muted them.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Danny.
Yeah.
We should just chat anyway while we're here. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, straight up.
Dawn's back. Here we go. Dawn, have you found some headphones?
Right. Unmute. Okay.
Yes.
I
Plug
have
'em in.
headphones.
Plug them in.
Let's see if it works. Okay. I'm going to get myself a little chair so I'm not breaking my back here. La, la, la. So I've got big sacks of Christmas things on the floor.
Oh yeah. You like a big
snack, don't we, Rich?
Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it?
No comment.
What do you think of that, Danny?
Daniel will be having
That humour's right up my street.
Okay, let me just try these for a second.
Okay. Ah, Dawn.
Hello, chaps.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
you could stay there with headphones on while you're talking to us, and then when you play a song, then you go back there. That would be awesome. Okay.
Okay,
We're ready to go.
I'm just going to do that. And ooh, okay.
All right,
Might
I'm
make
going to
that
roll
a
the
bit
credits.
higher. And I can keep Neely in shot.
Hello, it's CNLZ Live. It's Friday. It's the first Friday before Christmas, or the last Friday before Christmas. I don't even know what I'm talking about. We've just solved a massive technical issue. Thanks very much to, who was it? DC Brown. Hi, Rich. How are you?
Hey, I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, really good. Really looking forward to Christmas next week. Although ever so slightly completely knackered and disorganised and scared and petrified and nervous and anxious about the whole experience.
Rich,
Because
it's fine. There's nothing to be worried about. Do you know
what
why?
are we at? 18th.
Because there's
so
there's going to be very few people to hang out with this Christmas. There's
Yeah.
no stresses. Just put a bird in the oven and you're done. Like nothing to worry about.
You were saying to me earlier before we came on, you were saying at the end of the day, it's a roast dinner with some presents.
Right. What's not to like about that?
You're forgetting the
fantastic.
religious side, you're forgetting the drinking, you're forgetting the traditional family arguments.
You can still have the argument over Skype or Zoom. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can still do that.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. No, it's going to be good. Yeah, and it's crazy to think this is the last one of these for the year, isn't it, for us?
Well, fingers crossed. We're coming to the end of lockdown. This is what I'm hoping anyway. And by Easter is now the new Christmas, right?
Don't know about that. Yeah. But I have to watch how they're going to vaccinate people. But I'm really excited about tonight. So we've got some great musicians on, and you sent me some amazing clips. And I say they're amazing clips, not because I'm just pandering to you at all, Peter, and your ego, but
No, of course
when
not.
you sent me these, literally, you sent them to me about, 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon. After that, in between you sending them and me talking to you now, 4 or 5 other people sent me one of those very clips, which is nuts. You seem to be ahead of the trend.
I'm ahead of the trend.
Pace.
So which one are we going to play first?
Let's go with the Bottles one first, which is
Bottles.
very much like the B movie, I think, to the classic that's coming.
Right, you
these
cue it
guys, the Bottle guys, oh my goodness, they're fantastic. They
They're from
remind
Denmark.
me,
Crazy
They're from
Danish
Denmark.
guys.
but they're the type of guys that you see where I'm speaking to you from Southampton, and usually in the virus-free Christmases of past, there would be a German market in the middle of Southampton city centre which divides opinion. And you'd see guys like this plying their trade in and around the German market. And this is exactly the type of thing you would see, this kind of act. Have a look at this.
Even the background as well is very German market. I want to know, are they playing with their noses or their mouths? Like, the guy on the right, I'm sure he's playing with his nose.
If you
No, it's his mouth.
You wouldn't share bottles, would you?
What were you saying there, Rich?
If you're playing with your nose, you wouldn't share the bottle with your
Oh,
colleagues in the band,
definitely
would you?
But check out the Bottle Boys because it's absolutely hilarious. On their website there, they've got like a Star Wars reenactment of the old Star Wars theme, and it's just fantastic. They're all dressed up as stormtroopers. Check it out. Honestly, if you want something to laugh about, the Bottle Boys is the place to go. They're from Denmark and they're like crazy, man. All right, Rich, what's the next one?
The next one is the one that I was raving about that you sent to me, and then loads of other people sent to me on WhatsApp this afternoon. This is really doing the rounds. It's really starting to go viral. Remember, Pete found it first. This is a spoof of Band-Aid, and it's a similar vein to the Now That's What I Call the Corona Christmas spoof ad that we had on a week or so ago. But this is even better because they've zoomed in on just the traditional Band-Aid song. Have a look at this.
It's Christmas time, with households mixing everywhere.
And at Christmas time, infections spike and we don't care. And in our 5-day window, you can spread your viral load.
So throw your arms around your man at Christmas time.
But say a prayer, pray for the northern ones.
At Christmas time, it's hard when you've lost all of your income.
There's a world outside Westminster, a world of bitterness and fear,
Where all the pubs are closing, 'cause they're stuck in higher tiers.
and the Big Ben bell that tolls here are the clanging chimes of doom.
While tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. And there'll be less say to Africa
This Christmas time, because we've given all your cash to all our friends.
in the governmental perks, like the app that didn't work.
Do they know it's COVID time at all?
It's brilliant, isn't it, Rich?
Oh, it's so good.
Outstanding.
So, but the attention to detail, the time of going through and finding not just the clips but the precise syllables to piece together the words, just genius. Really,
How
really
do they
good.
do
That's
it? In our house,
joe.co.uk, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah, joe.co.uk. Check it out. In our house, we've been very much doing the elf. Have you got an elf like this?
No, well, me? No. It's too much effort. It really
What
is.
about this guy? Honestly, he's got a toothbrush up his bum. If you can't see,
Oh,
it.
goodness.
And this one is kind of like, this is just wrong, isn't it?
What's he
I'm
doing?
not
You have
gay.
to describe it.
But $20 is $20. He's got like a little stick coming through.
It's not very 2020.
It's not very 2020. And this was my elf that I woke up to this morning. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. He looks like he's got some white blobs or something that he might be doing something with. Anyway, Rich, that's enough about us. Tonight we've got two amazing guests. And we've got, Magpie22, who've been on before, and also Danny McMahon. You don't pronounce the H. Is that right, Danny?
Yeah, well, that was a solid effort, man. That was pretty good.
Well, you tell me.
McMahon.
Very good. I should know this because my mum's maiden name was Mahoney, but you don't pronounce it Mahoney in Ireland. You pronounce it Mayoney. The H just disappears. Mm-hmm. So tell us what your year's been like there, Danny.
It's been an interesting one, man. Obviously, we had a lot planned. I mean, I managed to get a bunch of touring in right at the start of the year. So we did went and played some shows in Germany, and then went and played some shows sort of the east coast of the states. So we did like Pennsylvania, did some stuff in Philly, and then went over and did some shows in New York. And we were in New York the day that the coronavirus hit New York City, basically.
You are joking.
No, so we had
when it just went boom, like it was Italy, and then it was bang, New York's got it, and it's going crazy.
Literally that day. So we obviously had to get on the next flight home, make sure we could get home okay. And as I say, I managed to play one show just before lockdown 2, but I didn't think for a second that was going to be pretty much the last show I was going to play for the rest of the year when I jumped home on that plane. Really, it's pretty mad. As I said, we thought of new ways to do things. Been doing loads of live streams, been sort of focusing my attentions on different elements, on new branding, new website, new merch, all of that side of things. All sort of the stuff you usually don't get to focus on so much when you're out on the road. So I guess it's just been a different one in a way of having to sort of again reinvent what we do for this year, which has been cool. So
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like you've been doing a good job. Dawn, how's it been going down there in Bristol? You're both in Bristol, funnily enough, today. And you've just launched your new single, is that right? Dawn, we need to unmute yourself for that.
Hi again. We're working actually towards a new album called Dreaming America, and it's got a lot of our more Americana style songs on it, or songs that have been influenced by our travels in America. So Crossroads is a single from the forthcoming album, and it's a little tribute to Robert Johnson, the great blues legend. And then I found out Bessie Smith actually came from the same area, Mississippi, and died as a result of an accident at a crossroads. And they reckon that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil at a crossroads. So, that's on it. And funnily enough, the other song that we're going to be doing today is brand new. My daughter had a son in the early stages, actually, of the pandemic. And we've written a little song for him called Baby Boy Blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you look fantastic tonight as well.
Yeah.
Shiny, kind of Christmassy garb. Well done. And I like your sign as well. That's new.
Oh, the Magpie22. Yeah, we have that when we go out live. We usually put that up, and sometimes we project videos and things on it. But we just thought we'd make a bit of an effort, and because we haven't been able to do a gig. I mean, everything that we had booked was cancelled. Right throughout sort of the first part of the year. We haven't played live since March.
Well, that's why we're doing what we do on CNLZ. But Danny, it would be great to hear a song from you first. What are you going to play for us?
Yeah, of course, man. So this was my first single that I put out this year. This was back in May. I wrote it in October 2019 in Nashville with my buddies Tyler Bank over there, and we just came up with this concept of sort of we're two guys who play music from opposite sides of the world, and how can we make it different, how can we make it interesting but cohesive at the same time. So we came up with a song called My Kind of City. This debuted at #1 in the UK country iTunes charts, which was awesome. So I'll play
don't
this
just say it was awesome, like that is pretty mega, right? Like, how did it make you feel?
Yeah, man, it was awesome. Like, and it was my second one, which was nuts. Like, to do it once was an amazing achievement, and I wasn't really expecting it a second time round, to be honest. But just as sort of like lockdown had got really real and really serious, and I think people were really just sort of like getting on it, and I kind of tried to sort of utilize the fact that people were spending more time on their devices, on their laptops or whatever, and I think they wanted new music. So sort of I think the timing was just really good with it. And I was delighted because it was a song that I was really, I came away from the writing room in Nashville really happy with. So I was just glad that people sort of digging it the same way I was, really.
And I've seen the video for this, and is it right? You've got some like 80s footage of is it yourself or is that?
Oh, so that's for my for When I See You. So that's for the other music video. So that was literally like home videos from the 90s, from when I was a
is you.
That is me. Yeah, I did literally. I basically I got this like weird like camera converter software which cost me a bomb. I literally just went through all my parents' like old videos that my dad always had a camera in my face, like always. So it was. Sort of from I don't know, sort of 1996 onwards. Really, it was just all the videos of me as a wee sprog. Yeah,
it's super sweet. Like it's
thank you, man.
Incredible.
Appreciate that
as well. Like you really get an impression of how loving your parents are, and like how they recorded everything, like just every little tiny thing. Because now with camera phones and stuff, you tend to just record like little snippets, and you miss I think there was a part when they're passing you across, but I think it is your mum and dad and stuff like that, and you miss like little moments like that. And it was really lovingly done.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. As I say, it was sort of a tribute to my great granddad. Really, he was a lovely man, and as I say, it was just nice to get all that footage and make it sort of cohesive, and then sort of whilst we're living life, we don't take time to sort of like take it in. I don't think sometimes. So it was nice to kind of, like, as I say, make that sort of coherent throughout the video, and sort of, as I say, fill in those little gaps that sort of, you know, I rather than being I was here, and here, sort of like linking it all together. It was nice.
Cool. Well, let's hear the song. I can't wait.
Nice. Awesome, man. So yeah, this is My Kind of City. Hope you enjoy it. It goes like this. There's a big old world out there. Seen a million towns from north to south, but none of them compare to you. There's a big old sky above. Seen a million lights lighting up the night, but none of them shine bright as you. I spent a lot of time trying to find something I didn't need, 'cause I got the best of every single city sitting right here with me. You're wild like you, Orleans on a Friday, got me buzzing like NYC down on Broadway, smooth as small town Tennessee whiskey neat. You got me high by the sun off the coast of Morocco, cool as the cars down in Monte Carlo, strong as a coffee on a quiet Venice street. You drive me London crazy, your Paris pretty, you're everything I need, you're my kind of city. There's people everywhere with different styles and all kinds of smiles, but none of them compare to you. 'Cause you bring the best of every single city right home to me. You're wild like you, Orleans on a Friday, got me buzzing like NYC down on Broadway, smooth as a small town Tennessee whiskey neat. You got me high like the sun off the coast of Morocco, cool as the cars down in Monte Carlo, strong as a coffee on a quiet Venice street. You drive me London crazy, your Paris pretty, you're everything I need, you're my kind of city. Spent a lot of time trying to find something I didn't need, 'cause I got the best of every single city sitting right here with me. You walk like New Orleans on a Friday, got me buzzing like NYC down on Broadway, smooth as a small town Tennessee whiskey neat. You got me high on the sun off the coast of Morocco, cool as the cars down in Monte Carlo, strong as a coffee on a quiet Venice street. You drive me London crazy, your Paris pretty, you're everything I need, you're my kind of city.
Danny, that was fantastic. Really, really great. Really got into that. Really, really feels like a perfect song for a Friday night, particularly in the run up to Christmas. Obviously, I can hear the Nashville influence in there. I'm trying not to think that's just because you're wearing the shirt with the words Nashville across it whilst I'm looking at you perform that. But look, to get a track to that kind of level of perfection, how long does it take you from the very moment you start creating it right through to when you've finished finessing it and you've got it to where you're happy?
Yeah, man, that's a great question. I mean, with that one, it was about we had about 3 hours in the writing room over in the States, and then I brought it back home. Everything I do is self-produced. I run my own studio in Bristol called Puzzle Maker Studios. Basically I did like a day of pre-production on it. So basically just sat down with a guy that co-produces all my stuff, and we sort of like put the pieces together and the different elements and like the little riffs that were going into it here and there. And then after that, we got the band in to do it, lay down the tracks, lay down the guys. Got kind of my group of guys that I have in for pretty much everything I do over here in the UK. And obviously, like in this day and age, obviously just sending stuff out remotely as well. So like the pedal steel was done by a guy up north. It probably was about, I would say, about 4 days all in all, to get it from writing the song all the way through to mastering it right at the end of the process. So it was about a 4-day process.
Wow.
But that's probably, I would say, like, that's the easiest part, because the promoting it is the bit that takes up the time. I'm sure the other guys would agree. Is promoting your music is what really takes up the hours and hours and hours of time, and making sure that that's tight. You know, sending it out to blogs, reviews, radio stations, whatever it may be. That's the stuff that really is super time consuming. And you know, the bit that obviously, you know, I mean, we're musicians at the end of the day, but you've got to kind of have that entrepreneurial mindset in this day and age because of the way that it is. That's the bit that is sort of doesn't come so naturally, but you've got to do it. So
yeah, people don't necessarily appreciate that as well, do they? They don't know the work that goes into the promoting of a single, but also people may not realise the complete mind meld that is getting something to the place where you want it, and then having the courage to perform it, and then getting that first reaction through.
Straight up, yeah, that is always the most terrifying thing. Like, every time I make a record, I go, oh, I'm not sure this is as good as the last one. I'm really not sure. Like, yeah, all these things that start going through your head, and, you know, this is a bit different to the last one, so are people going to like it the same? Like, you know, I mean, the best example I can ever give of that was when my first record came out. I was approached by a guy called Barry Coffin over in the States, and he just said to me, he was like, I thought it was a scam at first. He was like, look, he was like, I really like what you're doing as a British guy doing modern country music. I want to bring you over to LA and play a festival. I was like, oh my god, they're all going to hate me. They're going to think I'm taking a mick. Like, because that was my whole thing. Like, I was so scared because I wrote country music for so long, and I was so scared to do it as an artist because the stuff I loved is, you know, influenced by your Dan and Shays and Sam Hunts and people like that. You know, some people haven't even heard of over here, but like over there, they're like mega big deal. You know.
And when you had that message come through, did you also get emails surrounding it from people saying, I'm an Iranian billionaire, please give us your bank account details,
yeah,
I'll transfer you £1 million. And you thought, I said another one of these, isn't it? Delete, spam.
Literally one of those. He was like, oh, can I call you in like 2 hours on Skype? And I didn't know what was going to come up on my screen the other side. I was like, yeah, let's just roll with it and see what happens. And it was all legit, and I couldn't believe it. Really, it was pretty crazy, but it got the ball rolling over there. And you know, obviously, you know, for modern country music, it is the place to be. And I've kind of just been fortunate enough to sort of like follow that journey through, and you know, base my writers and my team and whatever else over there. You know, which kind of sucks when you can't get over there for the majority of the year. But obviously, the time will come round, and it will be exciting when we get to, you know, fulfill everything that we've sort of created out there.
Well, we really enjoyed that tonight, Danny, and we've got a fantastic reaction on Facebook, haven't we, Pete?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Sarah Bovey, she says, sounding amazing, Danny. Victoria Brooks, hi Vicky, love My Kind of City. And Jill says, ooh, love it, such a fab song. Danny, My Kind of City, love your amazing voice and great acoustics. Nice to see you again there, Jill. And Daniel Steele says, great song and voice. Love the Tennessee whiskey. Yeah, don't we all, eh? Love a bit of Jack and what's the other one? Jim Beam. Yeah, good stuff. I see you nodding your head there. Nice one. Well, we should listen to something from Dawn and Magpie22. Neil's there behind her as well. It's been a little while, hasn't it, Dawn? When were you last in with us? Was it July or something like that? August?
It was quite a few months ago, wasn't it, Pete? I think it was back when
even
it was still light this time of day.
It was still oh, we can't hear it.
Oh, you need to unmute yourself, Dawn.
Oh, here we go.
No, the good news. Whoops. The good news. Hi there.
Hello.
You do know it's my birthday, right?
Yeah, you're a few drinks in.
I'll confess. They're only little bubbles, okay? It wasn't anything serious. I'll just introduce you to my friend. Okay, hi.
Hello.
Yes. But we had Amy, our other magpie,
Uh-huh.
if you recall, with us then doing live harmonies. So really enjoyed that. And we had a great time, and we had quite a few people come and say hello afterwards, which was nice.
And she's not with you today, obviously, because of social distancing and all of that
Oh,
stuff.
the joys of COVID, yeah. So Neil and I are in a bubble at the moment because I'm a single household. So I'm bubbled with him and his wife, which ends tomorrow because their son's coming home. And I want to have a few quiet days, and then I can go and see my daughter, Eve Sapphire, who also sings harmonies with us at different times. And,
well, it's good that you've got your bubble, and you've got guys within that bubble that you can create music with. But it's particularly exciting you've got Noddy Holder with you as well in the background. I mean, how did he get in your bubble?
My lovely Neil.
Oh, that's Neil. Sorry, I got
my
confused.
Neil. Yeah. No, I mean, in fact, we all kind of came to an arrangement because I was going nuts without being able to do music. I can do music on my own. I put out a dirgy song earlier this year called Hear Me. I did that on my own. But I was really missing playing with Neil. So we came to this arrangement that we'd be in a bubble that will end tonight, actually. And then I'll be solo for a few days, and then I can spend Christmas with my daughter.
Well, happy birthday, Dawn. I hope it's been a good day.
You. Yeah.
And what are you going to play for us today?
I think what we're going to start with, actually...
I can't hear what you're saying.
What song would you like to start with?
Baby Boy Blue.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to start with one you haven't heard before. This is the song that we wrote to celebrate the arrival of my daughter's new baby boy, Rory. And I was reading about another American country artist. I'm not going to say who, but they had terrible difficulty having a child, and he was saying that he didn't even feel able to sing or write at the moment because they finally, after I think 8 years, managed to have a child. And I'm just happy that my daughter's safe, well, the baby's well, and we've been able to write this lovely song for them. No Amy, but I can do it for you.
Absolutely. So, you can take the headphones out of the port if you want to.
Okay, we'll do. Sorry about echoes and all the rest of it. We're having a few glitches. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, very good. So
what
I'll do is I'll mute for a second.
Hello again. If you hear an echo now, it's us probably. Anyway,
so
this
Magpie22.
is
They're just
a
setting
celebration.
Up. Baby Boy Blue. Let's hear it.
Oh, baby boy blue, your mama's gonna love you, but sweet baby boy blue, your nana's gonna rock you. Baby boy blue, all the things that I would wish you. Wish I could find a constellation, and I'd name it all for you. Baby boy blue, all the things that I would wish you. Wish I could cast my net around this earth and keep it safe for you. Wish you all the colors of the rainbow. Wish you up where bluebirds fly. Wish you a heart that's stronger than your mind. Wish you grow up to kind. Sweet baby boy blue. Baby boy blue. All the things that I would wish you. Wish I could give you all the joy and magic in this world. And you find it all in you. Wish you all the colors of the rainbow. Wish you was where bluebirds fly. Wish you a heart that's stronger than your mind. Wish you grow up to be kind. Sweet baby boy blue. Wishes for fishes, I fill the ocean. Sail you away from home throughout your life. Wish I could live to see you grow up strong and tall. Wish I could see you find the love of your life. But most of all, I wish you the love that's deep and true. Most of all, I wish you your very own sweet baby boy blue. Ooh. Sweet baby boy blue. Thank you.
Fantastic. Dawn, come and plug your headphones back in.
I will take that from you.
It did make the clapping sound bigger, though.
Thank you. Here I come. Ding. Hello again.
That was brilliant. What a lovely,
Beautiful.
lovely tune. And, you know, matched with what Danny's doing as well, we've got a really nice tone about the music that we've got on the programme tonight. I think that went down very, very well. Looking at Facebook, some of the comments that have been coming through there, I mean, the immediate one that strikes me is one from Dan saying, lovely voice, great song for Rory. Not many people can say they've had a song written for them, and a few love hearts on there as well, which is so true, isn't it? And when you're doing something so incredibly personal and unique like that, you must feel the pressure to get it right.
Yeah, and my daughter will be hearing that song for the first time this evening. So
really, on the stream?
Oh, yeah.
Wow!
Yeah, because we said that I will give her a copy of the song. I mean, Neil and I haven't even finished recording it yet, but we'll give her a song for Christmas. But I was thinking about like Danny earlier and myself, and the fact that Bristol has got quite a little hub actually of country blues Americana artists. Like Yola, Lady Nade has started to come into that kind of bracket. Els Bailey. I mean, I wish that we could get an Americana event going in Bristol, because it's clear to me that there's some really interesting songwriters and artists coming out of Bristol in this genre. We went to Nashville last spring, in fact last April.
Yeah.
We spent a month there, and we couldn't believe how welcome we were everywhere we went. We got to play at the Bluebird Cafe, Radio City Cafe, some of the little songwriters' nights, Betty Lou's Lounge, just some really iconic places. And I think we should have something in Bristol. Don't you, Danny?
Yeah, Bristol would be a good hub for that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, we really have. I mean, both Els and Yola are both now award-winning Americana artists in this area, you know. And
Yeah, no,
I think they should take some more of us into their stable.
What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, it'd be lovely. I'm sort of trying to. I'm trying to build it from, you know, as I say, from that's kind of a big thing that I've had with my studio and a lot of the artists that I work with as well. I do a lot of like artist development stuff, and you know, we've had. I've probably got about like 12 active country clients at the moment. So sort of like trying to use Bristol as a place to sort of like really push it. We're hoping to do like a festival, you know, fingers crossed, if we're allowed to, 2021. But that was the plan. So as I say, it's just really trying to grow that out of Bristol, because as you say, that there is like a growing hub, there is a growing scene for it, and it would be great to really push that forward and turn it into something, you know, really substantial.
Yeah. Oh, give us a shout if you would like us to come and play along.
Will do.
Rich, you absolutely hate Christmas crackers. Is that right?
I do. Look at these. So these have been going up and down in our family loft for about 3 years now. We bought them.
Plug them back in.
Put your headphones back in.
Sorry. I see what it is.
God, it's a torture.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So these have been going up and down the family loft for 3 years. I feel ill now. And the reason is we buy them. They're so blooming small. We forget we've got them until after Christmas. Put them back up and think, oh great, let's get them down for next year. So I'm going to open one in a minute and crack it. But look on the back. Look at the tat that you can get in crackers these days. Nail clippers are all right.
The nail clippers are good.
Tweezers.
The yo-yo.
Facebook.
The nail brush thing for the ladies.
You can have it on
Yo-yo for the men.
you can hear it.
Random little games and stuff. It's rubbish, isn't it? Absolute tat.
Well,
it's the jokes that are the worst bit, though. I hate people that do jokes, those Christmas cracker jokes. Anyone that enjoys them, I think, is inane.
Inane.
But what's the game we've got tonight, Pete?
Oh, Neil's going to have to turn that off as well.
I know.
Sorry,
now
Neil.
You'll need a little earphone or a bud as
pop
well,
some
Neil.
earphones in, you'll be all right. All right.
The trouble is, he's way back there, so...
So today's quiz. I know that there are some followers of the quiz. Tony, I know that you absolutely love the guests to win rather than the presenters. Am I right about that? But here we go. Here's some new music tonight, because we're doing a Christmas quiz, and the Christmas quiz is about the about the state of the Christmas cracker joke. Now, nobody really likes a Christmas cracker joke, do they, Richard Latto?
No, rubbish.
All right, so you've got to go first. You've got to try and guess what the answer is to the Christmas cracker joke. And I'm going to give you a different one, because I kind of gave you a teaser earlier, so I'm going to give you a different one than I did.
Come on, then.
What athlete is warmest in winter? See if you can guess the answer to that.
What athlete is warmest in winter? I would say a jogging jogging flake, as in snowflake. I don't know. Oh God, I hate reading them and I hate listening to them. It's like torture.
No, it's a long jumper, so I'll give you a plus for
that's
that.
not bad actually.
It's not bad, is it? What did Santa do when he went speed dating? See if you can get the answer.
Something to do with. Oh, picked up loads of ho-ho-hos. I don't know. That's
better than the actual answer.
I've impressed myself with that. Oh dear.
No, actually, the real answer is he pulled a cracker, which is just nowhere near as good as... You actually get 2 extra points for that. Did Rudolph go to school?
Something about his nose. No, he didn't go to school because he doesn't knows where it is. I don't know. It's all right, isn't it?
Dying there. No, he was elf taught. Doesn't knows where it is. You don't get any points for that. Dawn, save us. You're next on this. What do you call people who are afraid of Santa Claus? Oh, I love the little piggy.
Hello,
what do you
Piggy.
call people that are afraid of Santa Claus?
I don't know.
Give it a guess.
Elves. I would say overworked, underpaid elves.
No, claustrophobic.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, terrible, isn't it? Why did nobody bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? What do you think?
Oh, because Prancer was going on a special.
Too dear.
Too dear.
Nice!
Oh,
They were too dear.
it's fantastic.
But yeah, I'm afraid that you got it wrong. Why are Christmas trees so bad at knitting? Why are Christmas trees so bad at knitting? Danny looks like he might know it. Rich
on,
knows
Danny.
it too. Go on then, Danny.
Because they drop all their needles.
Nice. But Dawn got it wrong. Danny, seeing as you're the expert,
Really not. But here we go. That was a fluke.
that was a fluke. What do elves learn at school?
Elvish.
I think you can get a point for that. That was pretty good. But my answer is the alphabet.
Alphabet is good.
What do you get if you eat Christmas decorations?
Eat Christmas decorations.
Rich knows it.
Tinselitis.
What was that?
Tinselitis.
Whoa, my goodness. Yeah, nice. And what do you call a deer who can't see?
Who can't see? Oh dear. I don't know.
Oh dear, it's actually pretty good. Rich, have you got one of those? Have you got one? Something? Well, it's actually no idea. But you know what? I'm gonna give you a point for oh dear because that's pretty good. I think Danny, you win. You win the competition. Yeah. Very well done. Yeah. Round of applause. And as the winner of our competition, you do have a bit of a forfeit. And the forfeit is that you've got to find something that's slightly embarrassing, not mega embarrassing, but just slightly embarrassing in your home. Do you think you can do that?
Slightly embarrassing.
Yeah, do you want to go and look for it during the next song from Magpie22?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice, you're a good sport. Thank you, Danny. All right, we'll hear the next song from Magpie22 while you're off doing that.
I've got something slightly embarrassing waiting for me.
Sure, yeah.
Oh.
Ta-da!
What is it? Go on, tell us.
So we're going to do...
Oh, right, okay.
Nah.
I thought you were going to show us something embarrassing, but...
Neil.
You realise poor Neil, because I didn't know we'd need headphones.
I can't hear it.
Can't hear a thing.
Poor
They can hear what
guy.
I'm saying, but
Tell him it's all complimentary.
it's all
very
complimentary, Neil.
complimentary.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm talking about that.
I should just say that Crossroads, the single, is out today. So there it is. I've got all my little messages saying, yes, it's on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, whatever. So if you like it, go and have a listen afterwards. Hear the single.
So we're going to hear Crossroads.
Yes. Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm going to go and do it. And yeah.
You need to turn the video.
I think you can keep.
Okay. I'm going to unplug you.
What? I don't think it matters.
Can we see? Probably not, actually. Okay.
So this is Magpie22. Their song Crossroads out today.
All right.
Let's go. I met a man upon the highway, friend or foe I could not tell. He told me he was going my way, then I heard the mission bell. He said, come meet me at the crossroads, maybe the devil's on my tail. I said, son, you're no Robert Johnson. He said, sweet Bessie, won't you sing for me again? And come meet me at the crossroads. Ooh, ooh. He said, I'll walk a road less traveled, play my guitar and sing the blues. Said if I learned one thing while walking on these roads, your shadow always follows you. He said, come meet me at the crossroads, I think the devil's on my tail. I said, son, you're no Robert Johnson. He said, sweet Bessie, won't you sing for me again? And come meet me at the crossroads. Ooh, ooh. Now gather round, you unbelievers, listen well and heed my tale. He said, sweet Bessie, won't you sing the blues again? Said, I'm not Bessie, I'm the devil on your tail. Oh yes, I'll meet you at the crossroads, I'm the devil on your tail. You wanna play like Robert Johnson, forget that mission bell and follow me to hell. Oh yes, I'll meet you at the crossroads, 'cause I'm the devil on your tail. You wanna play like Robert Johnson, give me your soul, follow me to hell, to hell. And come meet me at the crossroads. Ooh, ooh. Meet me at the crossroads. Ooh, ooh. Thank you, Lily.
Fantastic, guys. Come and plug your headphones back in.
Gently.
Brilliant. Crossroads, and that's
Thank
out
you.
today, isn't
Yes.
it? Saying. Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, I hope that does really, really well for you. That's a really good spirited song. I'm trying to think, though. It's so annoying on the tip of my tongue who that particular track reminds me of.
Ooh,
I
what if you
can't...
think of it later?
Yeah, I want to
Tell me.
say Neil Young, or I want to say there's some... But I'm thinking of a female vocalist. I just can't... It's not Kate Bush. It's not... There's something in there. Pete, I'm trying to fumble around, trying to find who that particular... That is so similar to one track, and I'm trying to think who it is.
Honestly, if you think of it, you must let me know.
You're not
'cause, yeah,
thinking
this-
Dolly
this-
Parton or somebody like that?
I love Dolly.
Bit of Jolene, maybe, in there? Yeah.
We went up to London. I've got a friend, Pete Ardren, who's a producer. He's actually a dance producer. It's not his genre at all, but he and I are friends from when we were kids, practically. And my daughter is his goddaughter. So myself, Neil and Eve went to London, recorded guitars, vocals, harmonies, and thought about whether we'd add anything else, and then COVID hit. So we never got back there, and over time we just thought, you know what, this sounds great as it is. So really it's quite unadulterated, the single. It really is just guitar and vocals.
But it's the purity that helps it cut through, isn't it?
I hope so. Some songs, in that kind of tradition, yeah.
Again, Pete, fantastic reaction on Facebook. Have you got it open, or would you like me to go through some of the comments that I can see on
I've
here?
got it. Jill says, love Crossroads, absolutely stunning voice, Dawn, and such great acoustics, Magpie22. Daniel Steele says, great song. Claire Grundy, Jolene. What do you think, Jolene? Is it a little bit similar? Rich,
I love that song.
Yeah, I think it is Jolene. Yeah. The more I think about it, it's got that Jolene kind of rhythm to it. Yeah. I'm not saying you're going to end up in a court there for ripping her off, because you're not. I'm saying there are elements of it.
It's actually completely different, and the chords are completely different, but it has that lovely rolling feeling, like almost like a little train going.
Yeah.
Then it goes and so does Jolene,
That must be it.
Well, I love that song. It's fantastic. So it's no insult to me if somebody thinks it's a bit like that.
Yeah, and also Irene earlier said, Irene Latto, she says, the beauty of virtual gigs is that you have to hear the story behind the song. I cannot believe that you're a grandmother.
Yay!
I know that Baby Boy Blue was a very good song as well. So we should move on for Danny's last song. And while you're there, Danny, did you find something that's like... Oh, hang on, I'll just unmute you or try and unmute you. There we go.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go. Hello.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, my choice of Advent calendar this year had to be up there.
Put the headphones back in, Dawn. Put them back in.
We know
you've done
I'll just sneak them out. I'll just sneak them out. Go on, Danny. What did you get? Your Advent calendar.
My Advent calendar. I went for a Where's Wally Advent calendar this year. So that had.
Oh wow!
I also had this mug, which is like cringe.com, but it's
lovely.
Also fit. Run and get me a brew.
In this day and age,
so I think they'll have to do. There are probably more embarrassing ones, but for another day maybe.
For another day. I like that. Just how embarrassing do they get? That's the question.
Pretty bad. I've got a pretty massive love for Disney, so there's some of that stored away somewhere.
That's so interesting. So what are you watching on Disney Plus at the moment?
Oh, see, I went through. Pretty much burnt out Disney Plus. Like there was not really like anything left. But I went through all the old schools were the ones that I really wanted to.
All the old Herbie films. They're all on there.
More like your Robin Hoods and your Beauty and the Beasts and
the animated
Mulan,
classics.
Hercules, all the stuff that takes me back to when I was little, and like I love the music in it as well. Like it's actually so well written and the harmony in it's incredible. So if you want to go at it from a more I don't know advanced angle as it were, but
I love the music of the Jungle Book. It's got to be like top 10 for me musicals. It's just awesome. Why can't you see the Jungle Book on stage? Like it just should be done. It's just the music is absolutely fantastic.
100%.
What's your favourite?
My favourite, I would say the music is either Mulan or Hercules are my favourite. One of those two, because the tunes are just incredible in both of them. Like, yeah, it's got to be one of those two for me.
Very good. I can tell you're slightly younger than me because I've never seen either of those. Rich, have you seen either of those?
What, Mulan? Or what was the other one? Mulan Hercules. No, they may have been on, but they haven't really registered. No. I can't be honest.
Danny's favourites there, Rich. Come on.
Oh, sorry. No, all right. Next time they're on, I'll give them more attention, maybe.
That's the answer we're looking for. Sorry about the abuse you're getting there, Danny.
Oh, it's cool, man. I'm used to it.
You know what? Back in the day when I was really little, bed knobs and broomsticks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's taken back. I haven't even got to that one on Disney Plus. That's got some good tunes in it. That one.
You got to try it out. So what are you going to play for us next?
I'm going to play you my latest single that came out on the 13th of November. It's been doing really well. I've been really. It was something a little bit new for me. It was a little bit different. I wrote it with somebody I hadn't written with before, and I kind of just wanted to blend. Like there's this sort of vibe going around in a lot of the guys that are kind of doing well in Nashville at the moment, where they're sort of like pushing the boundaries of the production in certain areas, sort of bringing in elements of sort of that R&B thing. There's a guy called Sam Hunt who was kind of like the innovator for that kind of thing, and sort of like, you know, sort of bridging the gap between sort of country, pop, R&B, and bringing it kind of all together. And that's kind of what we were sort of doing with this one. It was something a little bit different, but it's been doing really well. We've had about 11,000 streams on it so far within a month, so it's going pretty well. Pretty happy with it. And yeah, so it's just something a little bit different, and it's a song called Best Worst Habit.
Amazing. And just tilt the camera down just a little bit so we can see you playing guitar. Just,
yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, just a tiny wee bit. That's it. Perfect.
Happy?
Yeah, super happy. Oh, well, let's get you. Yeah, so please, Danny, take it away.
All right, this is Best Worst Habit. Hope you enjoy. It goes like this. Safe to say that I've got a problem. I suffer with a habit I just can't kick. I know you're no good for me, and it's funny how one quickly turns to three, and I'm stuck in these sheets. It's like a bottle in my hand I can't let go, like a whiskey burn you can't control. The buzz is new, but the guilt gets on. You're my best, worst habit. You're the Marlboro lights set on my lips. The moment when I start to trip, the amnesia when that tequila hits. So baby, I just gotta have it. You're my best, worst habit. Yeah, you're my best, worst habit. Yeah. I tell myself what you fall down that drain. It's one night with you really worth all that pain. And we both know that feeling's dawning. And when we wake up in the morning, and we regret what we've done, and the worst is yet to come. You're my best, worst habit. You're the Marlboro lights set on my lips. The moment when I start to trip, the amnesia when that tequila kicks. So baby, I just gotta have it. Oh, you're my best, worst habit. Yeah, you're my best, worst habit. I think it's time that we checked in, 'cause we can't go back to where we've been. 'Cause you're pumping through my system. Girl, did I forget to mention, you know damn good. You're my best, worst habit. You're the Marlboro lights set on my lips. The moment when I start to trip, the amnesia when that tequila kicks. So baby, I just gotta have it. You're my best, worst habit. You're the Marlboro lights set on my lips. The moment when I start to trip, the amnesia when that tequila hits. So baby, I just gotta have it. You're my best, worst habit. You're my best, worst habit.
Fantastic. What a great song to end on. That was brilliant, Danny. Really punchy. Really just picks you up and you get into it so quickly from the beginning. It just doesn't let go as well. It's just got such great pace about it. You must find it really difficult to kind of curate and arrange your set when you're doing a gig, because you want to whip the crowd up at points. But then what do you do when you've got a track like that and you hit them with it? Where do you go? You know, where do you put that in the playlist?
Yeah, it's a really good, again, great question. I tend to sort of like, I guess it's sort of what I try and pride the live show on is like, as particularly in the genre of music that we do as well, is sort of you've got to have those moments that are like packed full of energy that really, you say, get people going, make you feel great, and then have those moments in the middle with sort of the set that are kind of, that are slower, more reflective, because I've got songs like, the two that I've played now, but I've also got some like, I've got a song about like male mental health. I've got a song about, somebody passing away, which obviously the vibe matches the lyrics and it's a lot more chilled out. So you've got to kind of find a way to integrate that all in. So sort of, as I say, just sort of try and take the audience, without sounding ridiculously cliche, sort of like take the audience on as much of a journey as possible, but whilst keeping it consistently relevant, the whole way through. And I think that's the most important thing when you're playing live is to stay relevant and, as I say, just sort of hone in on people's emotions and how they're feeling, and try and, as I say, try and get as much of that crowd as possible to engage with what it is that you're feeling, because at the end of the day, without them, there is no show. So I think that's kind of the mindset that I tend to sort of go in with, definitely. And as I say, just sort of like, pick it up, hit it hard, have that sort of like reflective period in the middle of the set, which is obviously what country music is all about. And then I'll see at the back end of the show, pick it up again, and as I say, have a mad time and play your drinking songs, and everyone goes off happy into the night with the whiskies in hand.
It's such a bittersweet experience just listening to you there, getting really excited and engaged and talking about the live performances, because, of course, the world that we're in at the moment, it's just simply not possible. But you must be so looking forward to 2021 potentially being the year where it all comes back.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. As I say, it's been such a crazy year. It's the longest period of time I've gone without playing a show since I was 15. Like it's been mad. So it's obviously just to be able to get out and do that again is going to be amazing. Got some great things booked. Fingers crossed. So we got rescheduled some stuff for over in the States, which I'm really looking forward to in June time. So fingers crossed we get to do all that, and as they keep playing in the UK and Europe like we tend to do. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm really excited for when it happens.
I think a lot of people are. I think everyone every week we speak to is excited. We just don't know when it's going to happen, do we? Again, Pete, great reaction on Facebook.
Yeah, incredible. Sarah Bovey says, looking forward to hearing this one live when lockdown finally hits. Yeah, just as you were saying. Daniel Steele's such a great voice. You don't expect a country twang from hearing your speaking voice. Lovely song. I was thinking, actually, it's quite a similar kind of twang, the Bristol kind of accent to the country accent, don't you think?
This is it. It's kind of like, there's the stress on the stress on the R's, and there's the drawn out vowels, so that there are some kind of like similarities there that kind of probably make it a little bit sort of easier to sort of just find yourself sort of to embrace yourself in it a little bit. Yeah, sort of like a technical, perspective. It is actually quite a similar way of singing. So yeah, there you go.
Me and Rich are both West Country boys as well. So I'm from Cornwall and Rich is from Devon. So we understand the West Country's twang. Jill says, yes, Danny, absolutely cracking song. So catchy. A star, a smiley face, some clapping hands, another starry face. Love your voice and acoustics. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely amazing. And tell us a little bit about what it was like to be in New York just when the pandemic hit. It must have been a little bit scary, right?
It was, man. Like, because that day was obviously, that was the first time I ever played in New York as well, and we played sort of slightly earlier, so we played the show, which was awesome. It was a great show, and we've done this amazing run of shows. Like, we've done some, like the ones in Philly just beforehand as well were mad. Like, we were playing to like 400 people a night, and you're on this like massive high. And playing in the States with the band as well. It was the first time I played in the States with the band like that as well. And then suddenly, you kind of have this sort of like moment of like crazy realism where it's just kind of like you feel like you're living in a dream. And then I just remember just looking up on all the screens, and suddenly it was like they just cut out the programs that were on. It's like breaking news: coronavirus hits New York City, and everyone in the bars like sort of like. It was kind of like it kind of felt like almost like this, you're kind of in some weird film / historical moment. You couldn't
some kind of dystopian kind of future kind of film.
Yeah, 100%. It was really surreal in a sense, but like thrown in with that kind of sense of this is happening, this is real now. what do we do next? And so yeah, it was literally just sort of like, you know, getting on the phone and, you know, sorting the flights out ASAP. We stayed there. We were able to stay there that night, and we just drove back to Philly, where our flight was from, first thing the next morning, and that was it. We had to get out of there as quick as we could. It was we didn't even know if we were going to get back with the way that it was shaping up. So yeah, it was crazy, man. It was, and I guess it's sort of like it's a great sort of real life interpretation of what it was like in the extremes that we've kind of, you know, everyone's gone through it, but as an example of how it's affected the music industry, I think there couldn't have been a better one than that, really, knowing that, you know, I left that moment, and that was the last time that I got to play on the road with my boys. Like, it was crazy. Really crazy.
Well, you'll be able to tell your kids and your grandkids all about it, I'm sure, and I hope so too. I want to know from our guests, now I've got it at the bottom, the hashtags, do you say Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas? What do you think? Danny?
I say Merry Christmas, personally.
Dawn? Oh, I can't hear you, Dawn. Here we go, I'll stay on mute.
You muted me because we were being noisy and rambunctious.
You were being noisy.
Over here.
What do you say, Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas?
I always say Merry.
Rich?
Yeah, Merry. Of course it is. Who says happy?
The Queen. The Queen says happy. So it's
really? Does she? She's wrong.
Well, apparently it's a very English thing to say Happy Christmas rather than Merry Christmas, because Merry kind of suggests that you're drunk.
Well, like Danny, my family are Irish, so I think we say Merry a lot. And Merry Christmas to you.
Jesus, wouldn't they ever?
Yeah.
Danny, where can we find out more about you?
So if you want everything in one place, website is dannymcmahon.co.uk, and then the social media handle across Instagram, Facebook and Twitter and TikTok is at Danny McMahon UK.
And Dawn, Magpie22?
Yeah, you can just put magpie22.com. That will take you straight to our website. Magpie22, Dawn Kelly and Neil Bailey on Facebook, Instagram. I was going to say I looked up a couple of Danny's songs earlier and really enjoyed them. It's lovely production on that song that you just did. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, we did a little Facebook Live gig earlier this evening. We had to do it earlier rather than later because of Neil. So if anybody that was watching liked what they heard this evening and they want to see something more from this evening, they can just probably go on Facebook now and watch us. And YouTube, of course. We've got lots of videos, so yeah.
And a Christmas one.
And a Christmas song, which we didn't have an opportunity to do tonight, but we've got a lovely little Christmas song called Remember Me.
With a video.
With a video on YouTube. It's not released, it's just on YouTube.
Very good. Well, always a pleasure, Dawn, and
Thank
a great
you.
pleasure as well, Danny. Thanks so much, and keep in touch as well with Channel Z, with Channel Z's group
and I
page
wish
as well.
dearly I could hear you.
Okay. Shout bye, Neil.
Oh,
Bye, Neil.
Bye, Neil.
All right, thanks so much, everybody.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
And thanks again to all our
Christmas,
viewers.
guys.
Just a quick shout out. Hi, Daniel. Thanks so much for watching. Jill, Mary Ann, you're a new watcher. Thanks so much for watching. Jill, Sarah Bovey, and Claire, and Vicky. Thanks so much, everybody. This is why we're here, is to hear loud music and live music. Rich, what are you looking forward to in 2021?
I'm looking forward to getting a bit more life back in the country, and I think being able to go out and do a few more things, and obviously going to see live music is a great thing as well, but hopefully what we can do here will continue as well for guys that can't get out, because it's going to be a long haul for everyone to get vaccinated, for everyone to be completely safe to go out and go gigging again. So I'm just looking forward to hearing some more live music, whether that's on here or in person.
Fingers crossed for that. We are next on the 8th of January, so book us in for that. We've got Leela J and Bird Monkeys. I think Bird Monkeys are from the US, so looking forward to that. Take care, and we'll see you in 2021.
Bye, Merry Christmas.